Alright, Rally and Modern. Well, we have returned to the ranks, which is good, but not much to return at the moment. What are we up against? Zoo? Oh, we'll just take Godless Shrine. There's all the cards we needed. Ugh. We always want to draw one of these, it seems like, and sometimes we don't. But drawing three of them and nothing else isn't great. Now probably our best bet is to find... so many Swiftspears. Probably our best bet is to find a collected company, assuming we live that long. Not guaranteed. Also creatures. Not lands. Well, I guess Blood Artist is a creature. Alright, let's just pass. We might be able to do the world's slowest rally kill with with what we got. Oddly enough. We don't have a sack outlet though, which sucks. We block here, deal 4. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have path. Alright, so that puts our opponent down to 10. This might work. Oh, how hilarious is this? So we go up to 15. Alright, we'll play Overgrown Tomb, Viscera Seer, return to the ranks, both of our Blood Artists. This might work. Viscera Seer was actually a really good draw. It's going to path the Viscera Seer in response? Well, we will certainly sack it to get a Scry. RallyFenza. I don't think we need RallyFenza right now. Alright, we get our guys back. If they have multiple paths, that would be bad. Alright, Lightning Helix doesn't just kill us, although gaining our opponent life is a little problematic. Yep. Actually, become immense? Unless they have a land, they can't become immense, so that's good. Well, there's a land. That might mean they can become immense, and that would mean we lose. Right on the verge of winning, too. Oh, no become immense. Well, that's good. We are staying alive. Alright, we'll just play Swamp, pass the turn. We're going to rally the Ancestors after our opponent attacks. Rally time. Doesn't take that many creatures for rally to be good. And we'll just block, block, block. We'll sack Viscera Seer, get a couple triggers, get a Scry. Think we got it, because we can return to the ranks everything back. Isolated Chapel can go to the bottom. Boros Charm. Alright, 4 more triggers. Puts our opponent to 2. We go to 10. Then we just return to the ranks. Sack out. And that's the game. Sweet. Taking down Zoo. That hand seemed really bad too, but somehow it worked out. Well, we probably need Path here. Might need a Dismember. Cartel Aristocrat. Guess we can go down a Bloodthrone Vampire and a RallyFenza. I think these are the type of matchups that, wow, this is the identical hand. This is exactly the same hand, right down to the lands. Well, it worked last time. I wasn't happy with it, but it worked, so guess we'll try it again. Are we going to get Swiftspeared on turn 1 or Nacatl? Curd Ape, the other option. Well, Windswept Teeth, go. Oh, that's some aggro. Well, let's see what Goblin Guide reveals. Viscera Seer. I think we'll keep Viscera Seer. Which means we're not going to crack this fetch. Which means we're going to Polluted Delta, search up a swamp. Play Viscera Seer, pass the turn. Ooh, no. Another land. That's a little scary. What do they reveal off Goblin Guide this time? Oh, we get a land. Okay. Going down to 11. Well, we need a white source. I guess Godless Shrine is fine. Path isn't bad. Well, in that case, I think we'll Windswept Teeth, search out a Plains, Blood Artist, and just pass the turn for now. So we're a little light on Blood Artist to really get this loop going proper, but we'll have to make do with what we got. We can get some Scries, which helps. Untap land. Boros Charm, maybe. Helix our face. We're down to 6. See what? No attacks. Wow. What do we do here? Just pass? Do we sack? If our opponent can, like, Boros Charm, untap Boros Charm, we lose. Well, I guess we gotta sack Blood Artist, get a Scry. Funny that we had our opponent so afraid of attacking that they wouldn't attack in that situation. Cartel Aristocrat. What are we doing? I think we put it to the bottom. Can we sack Viscera Seer? Probably not. Bloodthrone Vampire. Well, let's return to the ranks Blood Artist. Still dead to double Boros Charm. Not dead to, like, Helix plus Boros Charm, but pass the turn. Boros Charm. Well, if they get 2 Boros Charms, that was a pretty good mulligan. 2 1-drops, 2 Boros Charms. And they do. Alright. Well, can't do anything about that. They were on the play. So yeah, I mean, we're on the play this time. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have the nuts. Reasonable, but not awesome. The only good news is we can path whatever the first play is. If we get to Collected Company, draw enough lands for that, I think the odds of us winning goes up considerably. Tapped land. Land? Rally. Rally will be good eventually. Land? Land. Alright, so now I think we just play a Zulaport Cutthroat. Polluted Delta, pass the turn. Means we're one land away from Collected Company. Well, good news is that gives us the mana we need to Collected Company. And just bolts our face. If they do something really crazy, we can sack Polluted Delta, untap Godless Shrine, Path, but hopefully we don't have to do that. Taking one isn't going to make us do that. Alright. Crack it. Now I guess we can just get an Overgrown Tomb. Another Collected Company. Alright, well we are on the Collected Company plan now. Can attack with Swiftspear. Now we just, I mean, we can Collected Company, hopefully hit creatures, block, get things in the graveyard, and rally everything back. We will take Blood Artist and Seer. Now I think we just block with Blood Artist, sack Blood Artist, get a Scry. We're just going to gum up the ground, hopefully gain enough life that we can win. We really can't afford to have our Blood Artist get pathed, or I would block with Seer, but we need to have a Blood Artist to rally back for the big win. Yep, sack it. Gains us a life, get a free Scry. And then I guess we'll probably just Collected Company again next turn. We could RallyFenza into Bloodthrone Vampire. Which of those lines is better? I'm not sure. Opponent's going to Atarka's Command to keep us from gaining that one life. Okay. Do we want Windswept Heath? I guess we can keep it. And then I think we will, instead of do we want a Collected Company, or do we just want to go RallyFenza into Bloodthrone? Let's just go RallyFenza into Bloodthrone. RallyFenza, Bloodthrone Vampire. Yep. I guess we'll put a counter on Bloodthrone because we want to use that to block Swiftspear next turn. We'll get in with our Seer. I think we're in pretty good shape with our opponent having 2 lands. They can't really cast a huge flurry of burn spells that'll completely ruin us. Windswept Heath, ship the turn. Well, there's the third land. Path on Bloodthrone Vampire. Alright, we'll sack that to Scry. Leave Cutthroat on top. Well, number definitely going to block with RallyFenza. I sort of want to upkeep this Collected Company. Gutshot Seer. Well, we'll sack that. Still leave Cutthroat on top. Safe Hold Elite and a Cutthroat. And draw Godless Shrine. Alright, we'll play tap Godless Shrine, just pass the turn. And then I think we're set up for the win next turn. Either with the combo or just by grinding our opponent out. Alright, we'll double block. Just want to prevent as much damage as possible. Targus command, sure. But I think that means our opponent just loses next turn, unless they have a land. So we deal some damage. We get our Safe Hold Elite back. Sack this Windswept Heath. Get a Temple Garden. Doesn't really matter. And then while our opponent is tapped out, we will just rally X2. Get everything back. And that's game. Got the combo. So, and Fenza triggers. We put a counter on Safe Hold Elite. Sack it. Deal 2 damage. One from Cutthroat, one from Blood Artist. Same thing. So put it on there. We'll just sack to Bloodthrown Vampire. Doesn't really matter. And I expect our opponent will scoop in a second. What's the gut shot going at? Our Blood Artist? Okay. Well, we have the Zulaport Cutthroat, so even that doesn't especially matter. I guess, do we want to sack it? Even that doesn't especially matter. Get some more triggers. But all that does is slow down the process. It doesn't actually stop it. Safe Hold Elite comes back. Put a counter on it. Sack it to Bloodthrown Vampire. So I'm not sure why our opponent actually did that. Just to show that they had it, I guess. Unless they have if they have another gut shot, then they could hit our Zulaport Cutthroat too. But even then we're almost to the point where we could just sack everything out in response. Sweet! Well, we got there again. Sacking and collected companying, rallying. This deck is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.